Let's go, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about top 3 altcoins you should definitely consider having during this bull run. So make sure to smash that like button for me if you are tuning into the live stream, and comment down below any other projects that you personally believe that we should be taking a look at. Right now, taking a look at the crypto bubbles, we're seeing the market slightly dump from yesterday's video that we actually made live stream. I actually started becoming a little bit bearish yesterday, but we're going to go ahead and talk about how the market's doing all overall. So we're going to go ahead and follow through with how Bitcoin's doing, the DXY, the US 100, and then go on with the 3 projects that I believe are going to be the top 3 tokens that you should have in your portfolio for this next bull run. How's it going, Ryan? Hope you're having a good one today. Dab Master, thank you for being here today as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me go ahead and begin sharing the live stream right now with everybody in the community. So let me go ahead and start sharing this. Copy link address, go over to Twitter. Slow and friend. Yes, slow and friend. I'm gonna make a video for slow, dude, because I know the community is very, very big. Any suggestions that I should do on that? At everybody, we are live. Any suggestions on soul or slow or friend? What else was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna shill it on Twitter. Let's see. All right, awesome possum. So we got everything out the way now. Let me go ahead and switch that over. Hope all of you are having a good one today. Let me go ahead and switch over to my live stream on my phone, and we should be good to go. Awesome. They would love that slow. Yeah, 100%. So I'll go ahead and do a video on slow. I'll work on it today. Oh, freaking dog with a hat's freaking pumping, dude. Dog with a hat. Hey, how's it going, Goldie? Hope you're having a good one. How did your short go, by the way? My short was going out pretty well until I personally started just dabbling into some dumb meme tokens and pretty much gambled my money away. But good morning. Slow's actually pretty good today. It's up 38 freaking percent, dude. This thing's about to get ready to break up to the upside. Awesome possum. So we have a lot of tokens freaking pumping. We have Starship too, 95%. So congratulations on everybody on that play. We have Potato. I forgot who called this one. This thing's pumping too. Globe, Myro, Barney. I remember this one was an ETH token. These are all freaking pumping. Slow up 45%. So all of these are freaking pumping right now. So let's go straight into some technical analysis. What's your thoughts on Nifty Island? Did you pick up the NFTs to play? I don't know what Nifty Island is. Can you go ahead and post the link down below, please, Ryan? Really, really appreciate you, and hope you're doing well, man. How are you doing, by the way? All right, so let's go ahead and go into the charts real quick. I'm going to start off with fear and greed. I'm going to try to structure my live streams a little bit more because I've noticed I've been all over the place, and I want to try to provide you as much value as possible. So we'll see how long I could go ahead and run the stream for today. But I'm going to stick to do an hour ideally. But I'm going to try to change up the titles, change up the thumbnail. So you're definitely going to see a lot of changes into the channel these next coming days. And you'll definitely be seeing a lot more uploads as well. So I'm going to be focusing a little bit more onto the channel. I've been kind of stagnating on the zone right here on my channel, so I definitely do want to go ahead and start ramping things up. But with that being said, if you want to go ahead and support the channel, as always, smash that like button for me, which is completely free. And if you actually want to go ahead and help me as well, one of the best ways to help me is by using my links down below, BingX and MEXC. You can go ahead and trade on and Bybit as well. If you're looking for a VPN, NordVPN, 69% off with 3 months extra. That is one of the best ways you can go ahead and support me right now with the channel if you've liked. And let's go ahead. Fear and greed currently right now at greed, 2 hours in the next update. And now we also have the altcoin season index, which indicates that we are entering altcoin season. So that is looking pretty good. I do expect a lot of momentum into these altcoins. we are seeing some sort of a dumpage in the market, which was to be expected. But let's go ahead and take a look at how the DXY is actually doing today. Let's go ahead and analyze this on the daily. So on the daily, it does look like we have topped some sort of reversal. So we will probably see some sort of correction on the DXY coming back down to the 102 and then trend back up even higher to the 104 and above to go ahead and make higher highs. So it looks like the DXY has been doing pretty much what we all expected to go ahead and do. Bitcoin continues to fall as we expected. If we actually go ahead and see Bitcoin has continued to lose its momentum, currently right now at 42,698, and we have dumped ever since I called it right here at $43,000. So we're more than likely going to retest $43,000 and then get rejected and then come back down even lower. So everything's kind of playing out in our favor. We could go ahead and see the DXY slightly reverse though, coming back down and then push back up to the upside. So do expect a lot of volatility in the market. Let's look at the US 100 of how it actually finished today. So the US 100 looks like it's getting ready for another run up. So definitely be on the lookout for that. It could take all of us by surprise on the DXY and on Bitcoin. So don't be surprised if we do see this market correction out of nowhere, just see a massive squeeze to the upside, right? So that's what we're seeing right now on Bitcoin overall. Let's go ahead and take a look at, what was I going to show you? Crypto. We're going to talk about some DeFi news real quick. Right here we have this article saying Bitcoin ETF net inflows near 1 billion after 3 days. So it does definitely seem like a lot of investors are coming in with more money, which is exactly what we were waiting for, right? Now the question is, and the reason why the title of this video says, you know, top DeFi altcoins you must have, is due to the fact that now that we're seeing this inflow of cash coming into the market, that means there will be more inflow into the DeFi sector. And for all those that are not aware, DeFi is where you could go ahead and make most of your money, if not all of your freaking money. That is really where the money's at, right? In DeFi. If you want to make money in crypto, DeFi is the move. The move is not so much, you know, holding on to a lot of these altcoins in the centralized exchanges. Is really not. Trading is one of the best ways to make a lot of money too, but if you're not good at trading, you're not going to do it. But if you're good at doing research, understanding more of the technical side of things, understanding how momentum works, understanding how psychology works, understanding how to get onto trends early on before anybody else does, altcoins, DeFi altcoins, or the DeFi space is for you, right? And with that being said, I actually do have 3 altcoins that we probably have talked in the past and you're probably already aware of. But if not, we're going to go ahead and go deeply dive into these coins together so you guys can go ahead and see what I usually look for and the reasoning that I put behind these kind of tokens, right? But we are seeing now that with the ETF Bitcoin, we are getting massive inflows into the market. So just imagine what the meme coin sector is going to look like and the altcoin sector is going to look like moving forward after we start getting the Ethereum ETF, Solana ETF, and all these other ETFs being followed by the smaller cap altcoins, right? So very, very exciting times to be in the market. I think this is going to be one of the times where we all make a lot of freaking money. So prepare yourselves. Goldie says close SOL and long SEI. Nice. Friend looks good. Yeah, Friend does look good. I'm going to be making a video on Friend today. Let's see this other article right here. Bitcoin sees its first ever weekly cross, a bullish signal to some. So we are also seeing that. What is this on the 50 week? No. This is probably like what, the weekly chart? I can't see. This is a weekly chart that it finally crossed the 50 week SMA. So it's looking pretty bullish for Bitcoin. As I mentioned, short term, I was a little bit bullish. I mean, a little bearish. But right now with the DXY that we're seeing this reversal in the US 100, it looks like we are going to be having that massive breakout to the upside, and we will be seeing some sort of movement like this before we have the correction. So definitely expect a lot of volatility moving forward. We also see it with an article now telling us the same thing. So it looks like we're somewhat kind of understanding where the market's moving, right? Let's take a look at this article real quick, and we're going to talk about the altcoins that I personally am looking at. It looks like Goldie's already looking at one of them, SEI, as you see right here on my tab. DYDX tops Uniswap as largest DEX by volume. The decentralized exchange, which last year moved over to Cosmos blockchain, just saw 757 million of volume over a 24-hour period. Well, we were just talking about DeFi, remember? Cosmos is one of the blockchains right now that's taking over the space. I think it's going to be a lot bigger than what most people expect, and this is the reason why we should be keeping our eyes more in the DeFi sector more than anything. So I'm moving forward, I will be doing a lot more research onto a lot of these DeFi projects and protocols to go ahead and bring you the best information ever, because right now what we are seeing this transition into DeFi, and the way to make money is you need to catch on before everybody starts seeing these kind of articles and starts finding out how to use these platforms, right? Because as soon as you find out how to use this platform through multiple YouTubers, you're kind of already out of the game. You have to go ahead and learn this, alpha, through your own private group, and share it through your own private community. And then once it starts getting a little bit more mainstream, that's usually when there's a top, right? And we saw that with Solana meme tokens. Solana meme tokens weren't that much talked about back in November, but as soon as we saw Bonk hit over 2 billion market cap and a lot of these tokens hit higher market caps, everybody has been trading with Solana meme tokens, right? You could almost find any YouTube channel talking about Solana meme tokens. But back then in November, there wasn't many. As soon as we saw that break off with Bonk, where he saw 2 billion market cap approach, the bigger YouTubers were even talking about it, right? The YouTubers with 1 million subscribers and above, which typically they try to stay away from the lower cap altcoins. And when we do see that kind of momentum into the altcoins the meme tokens that they're getting into, and they're seeing a lot of momentum in the market, that usually means there's some sort of top in the market. And that's actually what we saw with Bonk, that while all these big YouTubers were talking about Bonk, and I was giving all of you warnings about not buying into Bonk, we were talking about Bonk back over here. We were trading Bonk back over here, right? We made some decent money here. I wish we were still holding on to it at the time, but we made money right here in Bonk. If you guys were following me back around December, November, this is where we were all making money, around this area right here. As soon as all the big YouTubers were talking about it, was around this pump right here. And this is where I started to become very, very bearish. And this is where this is where we approached the 2 billion market cap. And that's when I was telling everybody, don't buy, because now you have the big influencers talking about it, which typically means you're followed with an 80% retracement. And reaching from that top to the bottom, we did see Bonk reach at a 74 retracement, and it looks like it might have a continuation to the downside. So this is usually where most of the retail end up buying, is usually between this phase right here or this phase right here, and that's where most people end up getting wrecked. And in order to make money in this space, especially DeFi, because this wasn't available in that many exchanges, it was very, very limited. As soon as it starts getting into the bigger exchanges, centralized exchanges, you have less of an ability to make more money, and you usually want to be getting into these projects right here. So yes, it is a higher risk, but you also have to remember that comes in with a good reward, right? Fido is up 141 according to CoinMarketCap. What is Fido? 415% over 3 days. Can you go ahead and share the smart contract, Dabmaster? That'd be really, really helpful. So yeah, that's what we're currently seeing right now. Shibo and Mubi. Yeah, if you could go ahead and share the smart contract, that'd be great as well, Goldie. So let's go ahead and feel free to share any of the contracts down below in order for me to check them out, in order for everybody who's on the live stream to check them out. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about one of the first tokens that I really want to talk about is SEI. We kind of slightly talked about this in our live streams prior. But SEI, the reason why I'm super, super bullish is because this is supposed to be like the Solana killer from what people are saying. They have a lot of partners and investors, which usually, as I mentioned, when you have big institutions behind tokens like this, is usually worth having some sort of bag, due to the fact that that means that if Coinbase is investing into this token, best believe they're going to want to go ahead and pump this token, right? So there's different narratives you want to go ahead and follow when it comes to these higher cap altcoins, if you want to consider them. And you see right here, even with the blockchain, I was slightly reading the white paper, which I will go a little bit more deeper in depth. Let's see, let's look at this token the Dabmaster just shared. I brought up Fido yesterday. Oh yeah, Fido. There we go. Shibu and Mubi is on MEXC. Oh yeah, Fido is freaking pumping too, dude. Damn, congratulations, man. You guys literally been printing money out of thin air, dude. I'm gonna have to follow more of your guys' plays moving forward. A lot of you have been doing some pretty good plays on these. Look at that. Things been pumping. So let's go ahead and take a look at Shido and Mubi. Shido. I don't know why it's not showing Shido. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Is that only on spot? Oh, Shido's about to freaking pump. Look at that. The RSI is about to cross, and this thing's going to take off to the freaking moon. Yeah, Shido's looking pretty good. You could probably see some sort of retracement down to the 655.561, which is about roughly a 16% correction that you could go ahead and see, which is around there. So we're going to go to see where things go moving forward for Shido. But Shido's looking pretty good. It looks like a good buy entry around this zone right here, 69196. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, right, chat? Solely my opinion. Let's take a look at Mubi. Mubi. Got some pretty good tokens, Goldie. Yeah, Mubi's freaking doing pretty good too. Damn. Mubi's freaking pumping. What is Mubi? I would definitely like to learn about what Mubi is. Looks like it's going to go ahead and retest this area right here at the 23 cents. So you're going to capture a nice little trade right there if you're in that position. 15-minute chart does look like it might go ahead and get rejected possibly. A strong area of resistance around the 21. But if Mubi does break above its 21 cent area and then test this area of support back over here, you could go ahead and see a continuation to the upside, which would be approaching over 30 cents on Mubi short term. It's looking pretty good. You guys are giving out some really good plays. I'm gonna have to start taking your alpha calls on that. I really appreciate all of you on those calls. But let's go ahead and go back to SEI as I was mentioning. The blockchain behind it, the reason why I'm super bullish, as I mentioned, they have the elixirs also in it. They've been working on it. Pith, which we talked about, and Sushi. I don't know what Nitro is. I don't know about these, but I do know these three other protocols, if you want to call them. So that's pretty big already. If you actually go ahead and see too, the new blockchain design space, highly secure, SEI secured by some of the most well-respected institutions and validators in the world, built from the ground up to prioritize security above all else. Massive scalable, decentralized applications are here to stay. The next frontier is scaling them. SEI serves as step function change in blockchain scalability, capable of supporting the largest apps in the world. Engineer to evolve, built with interpretability and language compatibility in mind. SEI is capable of evolving alongside the industry as developers and users progress. Enables the SEI technology to stack and leverage new innovations. Fastest blockchain. SEI is the fastest blockchain, magnitudes faster than the rest. SEI's infrastructure guarantees lightning fast transactions without sacrificing security or stability. Brand new applications combined of SEI optimized make it possible for brand new applications to emerge, uniquely enabled by the advantage of Web3 and digital ownership. SEI unlocks new design space in Web3, empowering the next generation of developers and creators. So I definitely do believe SEI is going to be the next one is going to be considered as a Solana killer. I'm surprised it's not as big. I would have been expecting more video. I don't know. Maybe I have to search up SEI videos. Maybe it is a pretty big community, but it doesn't seem like it's as hyped, you know? And that's typically what happens with a lot of these tokens. SEI leveraged proof of stake with other innovations to maintain minimal environmental impact. So there's a lot of good things about SEI. As I mentioned, one of the biggest ones being Coinbase. Just to recap, Coinbase being invested, and the fact that we already see a lot of these other projects working under him as well. Sushi, Pith, and Elixir, which Axler, I think it's pronounced, or Elixir, that it's also heavily invested by Coinbase. So Coinbase has a Coinbase effect, where if Coinbase is usually typically invested into these tokens, that usually means they're gonna pump, right? So I've actually was reading the white paper on SEI. So I will be doing a little bit more research on this to go ahead and kind of break it down in the most simplest format where it really comes to all this. But I'm currently right now reading the white paper, and this is how you know about the technical side of things, right? How the blockchain actually works, how it's being well respected, and the way they process it or programmed it to go ahead and be efficient, right? This is really where I guess the information is of how this actually works in the technical aspect, right? I'm not going to sit here and read all of this because we could go ahead and do that on our own time. Black Ranger, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a good one. I see those 2 smart contracts you just posted. I'm going to go ahead and do those right now. But yeah, I'm going to read into this and I'll let you guys know more about SEI. Now let's go ahead and look at these other tokens that Black Ranger just went ahead and shilled, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the second token that I believe you should have in your portfolio for this bull run. So now we have Diamond. I remember this one. Drake. What is this thing going up at right now? $1.71 million market cap. It looks like it's getting ready to consolidate for the next breakout to the upside as well. So look at that right there. If this thing does break above it, you could expect some sort of run up like that. Typically pretty bullish, so I wouldn't be surprised if you do see a massive breakout on this token Diamond right here. I see this other token you're shilling, and if you're tuning into the channel, you want to go ahead and shill a token, make sure to go ahead and post a smart contract down below, just like Black Ranger has. Damn, dude, he called another pretty good play right here. 10 million market cap on this one. Pretty freaking good. It's actually quite funny because Black Ranger is actually the one that told me about the second project, and that is Harvest, which we're going to be talking about right now in a little bit. But yeah, this thing Baby Bonk has been pumping, dude. That's crazy. It's always the baby tokens that a lot of people don't think they're going to do well, but they typically do well. I mean, this thing's up over 93% right now for the 24-hour. Let's go ahead and take a look at their website real quick. The baby coin, what just happened? Hopefully my live stream did not just get disconnected, dude. Am I still live? Comment down below if I'm still live. I think I am live. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it looks like I'm still live. Recording. Yes. Okay, it looks like we are still live. I don't know what just happened there. Yeah, my stream's being a little weird right now. Baby Bonk. Let's see what news they have. So they just got a tier 1 and all their official channels. Marketing will start on Thursday. Keep your eyes open to find out more. Nice. Hey, Syntax, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a good one today. So I'm probably going to be doing a video on Baby Bonk. It looks like a lot of these meme tokens are pumping. So, you know, comment down below any of the videos you request me doing, or any of the tokens you request me doing videos on. I'll probably go ahead and do a video on Baby Bonk today, and possibly Slow. I think that's the other one. Slow, yeah, I'm going to do one for Slow community. And I know the Donald community is pretty big on that too, so we'll talk about that as well. Pretty big community on Donald as well. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back to the next token. I'll probably make a video on Fido too. I'll make a video on Fido. I'll make a video on Baby Bonk, and I'll make a video on what other token should we talk about? Slow? Yeah, I think Slow would be a good one. All right, we'll do that. Anyways, on to the second token, Slow Friend and GM Fam. Yes, I do need to make one on GM Fam. You're right, dude. You're right. I'm going to go ahead and get those done this week. I promise you. I know I've been saying that, but for sure this time I'm going to focus on just literally grinding content these next month and a half. So the next token is actually harvest.finance, right? We kind of talked about this slightly. Shout out to Black Ranger that actually gave me the alpha, gave us the alpha on the live stream months ago, literally since back in October. He talked about Harvest, and Harvest is actually a platform that you could go ahead and do staking on, right? The reason why I like Harvest, and the reason why I titled, you know, the video like top DeFi tokens to have, is due to the fact that now that we're seeing this inflow into the market, we're definitely going to go ahead and see a lot of these DeFi platforms slowly start offering you a little bit more APR, right? Or any staking yield or whatever you want to call it. The problem is that as soon as this money starts flowing in, you're not going to be able to make as much money, right? So even if you go to their Harvest protocol right now, their platform, you were actually getting a higher return not that long ago, like when the market was down, when the token was under 20 bucks. The token now is like over, I think, $40 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And Black Ranger was telling us about Harvest like literally since back over here in October when it was $24. So it has doubled since, right? And it looks like it's getting ready for this kind of a cup and handle pattern. And it's already listed on major exchanges. It's actually even also listed on crypto.com, right? I don't know why does it show it here. I'm not sure if it shows it here, but it's listed also on crypto.com. So this thing is also on Coinbase. So as we talked about Coinbase effect, remember chat? Coinbase effect, everything that's usually listed on Coinbase usually pumps. This thing's all-time high, if you could go ahead and see, it was as high as $600 freaking dollars a token. And its all-time high 3 years ago, if we ever get to this level again, was 2,236. And I do believe we could probably approach anywhere between like $300 to $600. Can it hit 2,000? Maybe. I'm not here to go ahead and call for 2,000, but I do think $600 is very doable, and that's just due to the fact that the DeFi space hasn't even been impacted just yet, right? Now that we have this ETF, now that we're going to get these other ETFs coming in, I do believe there's going to be more people flowing into the DeFi sector. And if you go to Harvest, app.harvest.finance, make sure you're going to the correct application. They actually have different blockchains right here. You could go ahead and stake or provide, yield to Ethereum, Polygon, Arbitrum, and I think this is Base, right? If I'm not mistaken, this is Base. So it looks like, yeah, Base. So this is Base, from my understanding, is Coinbase's own blockchain, which is actually quite interesting. And as we talked about, it looks like Coinbase has a lot of money behind Harvest, a lot of money. And I think this was just implemented because I don't remember seeing them have Base added, or I didn't see Polygon. I just remember seeing Ethereum back in October. Maybe I'm wrong and they've always had this and I'm just now realizing this, but I don't remember them having Base and Polygon. I do remember them having Arbitrum not that long ago, but I don't remember seeing them having all these blockchains. But let's say that they did, right? We have a confirmation that obviously Coinbase is heavily invested in them, and the way we know that is that they're implementing Base on Harvest Finance. And as you see, Coinbase is also listed, or Harvest is also listed on Coinbase. So technically, usually when Coinbase is involved, as I mentioned, alongside with SEI, Coinbase is also heavily invested in Elixir or Axler, whatever it's freaking pronounced. From what I'm hearing, like they're funding a lot of the team there. So with that being said, that's some alpha right there. Axler, SEI, and Harvest, the fact that they are on Coinbase, it's a freaking bullish sign, right? So don't underestimate the power of what Coinbase is going to do. If you do see this pump to like $600 in the near future, you're going to know why, because Coinbase is involved, right? I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's a probability based on what we've seen in the past with what Coinbase does, right? Hey, Mil, how's it going? Mile, Pepe on So as well. Can you go ahead and share the contract for Pepe on So, Black Ranger? I don't think I have Pepe on So, do I? I don't. Okay, it's not in here. You just can't make this up with these tokens with their names. And the ticker symbol. You can't make this thing up with the ticker symbol. It's freaking hilarious. So yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second real quick. Did your comment get approved? I just approved your comment right now. Make sure to smash that like button for me, chat, too, as well. I'd highly appreciate it if you would. Hopefully we don't disconnect. Okay, we're good, right? All right, Black Ranger just shared the contract. Let's go ahead and see. Pepe on sale 25 days ago, 7.22 million market cap, over hot 10 trending right now, 420 million of supply. So supply is actually pretty good. I'm tired of seeing these tokens in the trillions, so that's actually a pretty good sign. So we are seeing that right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at their website real quick. The king of memes on Solana, buy on Jupiter. Awesome possum. Gotbit. Is this like Gotbit the exchange? Yeah, that's pretty big if they're actually partnered with them. Yeah, this thing looks nice, but I just wouldn't be buying at these levels. This thing's pumping way too much. I'd make a video on it, but yeah, I don't know if I would buy this. This thing's way too freaking high. I don't like buying when it's like pumping like that, like crazy. It's usually when you get wrecked and lose money. So let's go ahead and take a look at Australian Shepherd, ticker symbol ASS. This one's kind of giving us the same scenario that we talked about a while back about the barcoding charting, and this is what we're kind of seeing right now. We're getting that barcode effect where even on the bigger time frames, you really can't do any technical analysis on it. It's very difficult. But let's just go ahead and say, how do you find these tokens, bro? Like, I really want to know, how do you find these tokens? There's just a lot of artificial volume. Like, this is all artificial volume right here. Like, not that many people are really trading it. Hey, how's it going, Tommy Lee? Hope you're having a good one today, bro. Feel free to share any tokens down below if you'd like. Just go ahead and post a smart contract down below. Miles says by searching. What does this token do? Australian Shepherd. Is it just a meme token? I mean, if it's with the dog narratives, I would see why you would throw some money into this, though. I mean, this thing, look at how high it used to be. I'm surprised it's actually still in the exchange. But look at that. You could probably make some good money on this. I want to see what the token is. Let's see. Australian Shepherd. This could probably be some low-key alpha, right? This guy just did some TA. ASS will move up in next BTC wave. Let's go ahead and read this person's technical analysis, right? This is back in 2019 or February 2023. ASS will move up in next BTC wave, and that was at 7895. Did that actually happen? 7895. Let's see, because we might be stumbling into something right here if you actually call this pump. No, it looks like he didn't. It looks like he didn't, but this could be the play. I don't know. What do you guys think, chat? Do you think this could be the play? ASS token. Name is pretty bullish. I agree with you. Yes, I agree with you. Australian Shepherd is a pretty bullish name. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and see if we could find, like, do you think we could find the smart contract to this? Because I'd like to see the community behind it, the website, just to go ahead and kind of get a feel of it, you know? If that makes any sense. Do you happen to have like the website on his? I mean, they're only listed on 2 exchanges. So far, MEXC only having $423 in volume, and Gate.io having about 18,000. But I guess we do talk about hidden gems, right? So this could be one of those tokens that could be worth throwing like $100 and crossing your fingers we could get $1 million out of it, right? Do you happen to have the website by any chance? If you can find the website, bro, that'd be super, super helpful. I'd definitely like to make a video on this. Not too bad. Not too bad. Artificial volume, but it's fine. This is the Harvest white paper right here. We're not going to go ahead and sit here and read about it. I'll definitely go ahead and do a video in the future talking about, you know, these percentages, how everything's working, and what you could go ahead and do. But as I mentioned, the reason why I'm bullish on this is as we were having more money coming into the space of crypto, I could assure you that DeFi is also going to be growing, and that's where you make most money. DeFi is where the money's at, chat. That is where the money's at. If you want to make big money in the space, DeFi is where the money's at. Yes, it's a higher risk, but the reward is a lot bigger if you understand what you're looking at. The next token that I'm going to be talking about is Unibot. You know how bullish I've been on this token, Unibot. I'm even more bullish now due to the fact that they've actually partnered up with Bird Eye. For all those that are not aware, Bird Eye is a platform, a decentralized exchange, very similar to DEX tools, if you want to call it, and he now actually integrated Unibot. So you don't even need to go ahead and go directly. Unibot's already right here. Do you see that? Trade on Unibot. So like this thing's already integrated with Bird Eye, and Bird Eye is one of the platforms that are used mostly for a lot of those people that are Solana freaking degens. Dude, no way Hoppy's freaking pumping, dude. I was literally, oh, this is on Solana. I was about to say, because I'm in a token named Hoppy on Ethereum that I've been holding for such a long time, and I looked at my wallet and it was gone. Same thing that kind of happened to Billy, dude. But this thing's up 600 and what is this? Let's look at Hoppy right here. So yeah, anyways, as I'm getting distracted, let's go ahead and take a look at this token. That's freaking insane. Yeah, this thing's up quite a bit. We'll see how this thing does. It was released back on the 16th, which is yesterday. So yesterday it launched. A lot of these tokens just have to have the same name with a very similar narrative, and these just pump like crazy, right? But anyways, yeah, Unibot is a third project or third token that I'd say it's pretty bullish in my opinion. This thing, and the reason why, as I mentioned, is due to the fact that now they have that integration with Bird Eye. You also, if you go ahead and hold on to Unibot, you get a percentage as well as the fees, right? So it's actually pretty bullish. I've been talking about Unibot being this token where it's going to be worth over, in my opinion, over $500 in the near future. And the reason why I want to go ahead and say that, let me go ahead and pull out the chart for you. You could actually trade Unibot too on the top exchanges, such as crypto.com and all that. So let's take a look at Unibot. So Unibot right now, it's currently at a 95 million market cap. This thing, I was talking about it since it was around these areas, actually, around these areas right here at 180 and above. And I was talking about this correction that we were going to have, and this would have been the buying a dip opportunity. So you should have been loading up on this phase. But I do believe that there's still more room to go ahead and load up on Unibot. And even though it's like at $94, I do believe this token is going to be worth over $500 and above. And the reason why is because the circulating supply is very low. The supply is at 1 million, and the current market cap is at $94 million. And it only has about 9,000 holders. $1 million in volume, and it's trading in top exchanges such as crypto.com, right? This platform is one of the platforms that allows you to go ahead and trade Ethereum tokens using a bot. And now you're able to trade Solana tokens, and it looks like they're also integrating with Arbitrum as well, if I pronounce that correctly. So they're doing a lot of integrations and growth with Unibot. As you see right here, back on December 28th, we are excited to dive into the vibrant Solana ecosystem. This groundbreaking expansion makes a transformative leap for Unibot, giving users a new powerful edge while trading on Solana. Specifically built for Solana, Unibot on Solana empowers users to automate their purchases, I'm assuming is what it says. And it says right here, Unibot is coming on Solana with a dedicated bot design with the user in mind and tailor-made for Solana's high-speed on-chain trading. Leverage key partnerships with Jupiter Exchange and Bird Eye Soul. So launching Monday, January 1st. So this thing has already officially gone live. So this is another reason why I'm bullish on Unibot. It's because I've been seeing them actually go with the space, right? They're actually growing. Most of these projects either stick around to just one thing, and they did start off with Ethereum, but they understood that the inflow was mostly going into Solana, right? And in order for their project to continue, they need to go ahead and diversify. So the fact that they're actually taking the time as a team to go ahead and research and see what people are actually enjoying more than what they're sticking to their business model of, they're actually moving in with what is going on, right? It's not just one thing. It's not Ethereum. It's multiple things that they're going after. And even right here with this article, you see we see our reamped up our primary done dashboard showcasing both current and growing Solana volume. This marks the beginning of our journey on Solana. For more details on this breakdown, you see the volume increase of what you're seeing with Solana compared to Ethereum. Do you see the volume from Ethereum was over here? They started to see a decline in the space, and it began to go ahead and integrate that Solana ecosystem to their bot, and look at that volume that has increased now. And you're seeing a lot of the returning users, new users, and all of that. So we definitely had a lot of new users coming back into the platform due to the fact that they integrated the Solana ecosystem onto their bot. So that means they're listening to the community, right? They're paying attention to the space, and this is the reason why I'm bullish. Holders can now connect their wallets, and if you have a balance of 2 Unibot, you can go ahead and claim rewards. So literally through the fees that you can make, because you can make fees by holding onto Unibot. Or by just sharing your link and other people trading it, right? So I think it's very, very bullish in my opinion with what Unibot has to offer. And with that being said, yeah, that's pretty much it with all the tokens. Is there anything else, Chad, that you would like to go ahead and talk about today? It's pretty quick session today. I mean, we're about 41 minutes onto the live stream, so we're about to almost hit 50. But that's pretty much it on my end. Anything else you'd like to go ahead and talk about? I mean, it looks like everything in the market is doing as we thought. Bitcoin's doing his own thing. We're going to go ahead and see how long Bitcoin continues at this range. I do expect some sort of retracement, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a breakout to $44,000 or even up to these levels before we see a retracement. And that's just only due to the fact that we are seeing the DXY slowly reaching that sort of top. And we're now also seeing the US 100 also getting close to that reversal. So it does look like we are going to reverse to the upside. So I do expect a lot of bullish momentum coming in the next, I would say, in the next week and a half that we could be expecting for crypto. So definitely start loading up your bags. Obviously not financial advice. But with that being said, make sure to support the channel by using my links down below, as I always mentioned. Hopefully the information that I provided today makes sense. How's it going, Saeed? Hope you're having a good one. Let's invest. What do you want to invest in, man? What's your calls? My calls are Unibot, a little bit more on the higher price, I would say. Unibot's a little bit more on a higher price, but I would say it's definitely worth throwing some money into. The second one would be Harvest, and then the third one would be SEI. So I kind of broke down into these pretty well onto the live stream, but I would say SEI, Harvest, and Unibot would be your top 3 in my opinion, not financial advice, to start loading up on. And these are all DeFi tokens. Unibot's DeFi. Harvest is DeFi, and SEI might be the Solana killer, as people say it. So I like these 3 tokens because they're heavily invested by big exchanges. SEI and Harvest being, invested heavily by Coinbase, and in Unibot, I just like the fact that they're actually working on their ecosystem and not just sticking to one thing, right? They're diversifying and trying to capture and cater to the traders and the people that are DeFi traders, right? And that's what a lot of these projects should do. Cater to the community, not just stick to one thing. And that's what I like about Unibot, in my opinion. SEI sounds good. Yes, it kind of reminds me of your name, Saeed. SEI, Saeed. Maybe because it starts with an S. But yes, also go ahead and make sure, as I mentioned, to go ahead and use my links down below by supporting the channel. As I mentioned, that is one of the best ways you can go ahead and help support me. Just go ahead and go down to my links right here. BingX right here offering $5,000 in bonuses. MEXC, $20,000. Both of these exchanges non-KYC. You could go ahead and leverage trade or spots. And then you have Bybit right here at $30,000 in bonuses. And as always, NordVPN offering 69% off with 3 months extra. If you tap info, you can find its website. Let's go ahead and look at this website. Where's it at? It was ASS, right? Info. Where would I go in info? I don't see the info on this. News, maybe? No. Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, it reminds me of her name, bro. SEI, Saeed. Oh, MEXC. So I would have to go to MEXC. Let's go ahead and see. See if I'm logged into my account on MEXC. Oh no, it wasn't SEI. It was ASS. What a token, eh? I don't know why freaking these platforms make it so confusing to just get access to data. It doesn't have to be this complicated. Yeah, I don't know where any of this is at. Yep, I don't. It's probably on the mobile, huh? On the mobile device. You could probably go ahead and do it. The mobile device. Let me go ahead and go over to my mobile device to go ahead and see what I could pull out. ASS spots. Usually when you go on MEXC on mobile, it's a little bit less complicated in my opinion. Let's see if I can find it on the mobile. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find this. I'm gonna have to try to figure this out. Yeah, I don't see it. Where is it? Right here on MEXC? No, it's on view more. I know usually on the app, it's like literally like around this section right here where you can click for more and it gives you all the details about the project. Let me see. Let me try one more time. Let's not give up just yet. Okay, I found it. Info, official website. Okay, I found it. So this is the website for that token. I spelled finance completely wrong. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at the website first on my phone just in case. Okay, we're good. Let me go ahead and post it on my Twitter or something and I'll grab it like that directly. Okay, there you go. So let me go over to my Twitter and then get this link. Okay, this is a token. Australian Shepherd. I like the website, it's pretty cool. Okay, let's see what we have. Dude, the ticker symbols are just so funny. Every trade contributes to 5% towards automatically generating liquidity locked in Pancake Swap for 69 years. Renowns, Auto rewards, holders earn a passive 5% share for every buy and sell while watching their balance of ASS grow. I'm wondering what's the picture of the website. Yeah, this is a picture of the website. Let's go ahead and see the smart contract. Let's look into the smart contracts. Two years ago. This token's been out for 2 years ago. It has 6 million market cap. Liquidity is pretty good. I mean, the good thing is that liquidity is locked for like 69 years, bro. So they have 66 years for liquidity to be unlocked, which is about $6 million, which is freaking insane, dude. I mean, all of this is obviously being artificially, you know, pump and dumped, as I mentioned. I mean, look at all this. Usually when you see this, a bot, that tells you when it's being artificially pumped or bumped. $434 in volume. So the volume's really, really low. Let's see if they're active on Twitter. Yeah, it looks like they're not active on Twitter. Actually, no, yeah, it looks like it's over a year that they haven't really done much. Oh, what a cute dog. That's a great picture. Yeah, it is a pretty cute dog, right? I think that's how they get us, with the cute dogs and animals and pets. Like, let's go ahead and make a token on that. I mean, you think it's going to go up with the dog narrative? I mean, I don't see why not. Let's see if their Telegram's popping, because that's usually what you want to go ahead and do when it comes to a lot of these things. Looks like there's still a lot of people in this, which is a good sign. Looks like people are still kind of active in the community, but not so much. But yeah, it looks kind of slowly kind of dead, low-key. Back in November 7th, they tweeted this. Well, I wonder if it was like November 7th of 2023. Yeah, 2023 was the last time they freaking tweeted. Like, I wonder what they're doing. Like, usually these projects come out of thin air, too. Like, they come out of nowhere. I'm surprised MEXC hasn't delisted them, because they're not really bringing in much volume. They're only bringing in about $400 in volume. But you know what that means? Yeah, imagine being the whale of this token. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like you know what that means? That, like, even though there's only $400 of volume in this thing, like, if everybody in the community was to buy like $100 worth, like, this thing will pump. like literally, I'm not advising that, but I'm just saying that, like, if we were all to put in like $20 to $50 or even $100 each, like literally all 12 of us right now, like all the 12 people watching right now, like, if we were all to put like $100 into this token, that's like $1,200, $1,300. This thing will pump, because look at this volume. $434 in the 24-hour volume. That's like nothing. So imagine just one big sale of like $100 or like $300. Like, imagine how far this thing could pump. I'm not advising it, by the way, but I'm just saying. Because, like, the only reason why this thing is dumping is because of everybody selling. I'm putting, man, let's go. Imagine 100%. Coinbase versus the SEC is probably going to be dismissed by the judge tomorrow. Is that what's going on right now? Coinbase, SEC. I didn't know about this. Is this why the market's kind of shaky right now? It looks like the market's trying to figure out what's going on. Like the market's like, I want to be bullish, I want to be bearish, but it's really not giving us any signals correctly, right? Coinbase and SEC dig in with the U.S. judge on whether securities laws applies to listings. The federal judge must now weigh what a Coinbase lawyer characterizes as a pure question of law. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it should be considered a security? You think it would be considered a security? Or do you think it's just like random? Like you think it shouldn't be considered security? What are your thoughts about that? The U.S. Securities of Exchange, SEC, case against Coinbase delves into the ton of complicity, but before anything else, the judge has to decide whether transaction in about a dozen tokens traded on the U.S. exchange were securities. I mean, technically speaking, they kind of are, right? Technically speaking, they basically are securities, dude. I wonder how they're going to go ahead and win this case. But then again, if you kind of think about it, it's all a freaking loophole that everybody's making money without actually having any regulation. Like Coinbase is actually a security, right? But Coinbase is benefiting from these tokens that are not considered securities, which is interesting, right? Simmos, how's it going, buddy? Are we having the whole community shill? Friend, so yeah, we'll be making a video on Friend, dude. We're gonna be making one today. I told Dabmaster we're gonna do that. Friend. 4 million market cap, dude. This is insane. Yeah, this thing's gonna have another run up. I think once this breaks above like 10 or like 11, this thing's gonna take off to the freaking moon. To the moon it goes. But yeah, that's pretty much it on my end, chat. Anything else we have to discuss? I mean, that's all. That's pretty much everything that I had to say. I will be live streaming later on today, and expect some more content coming in moving forward as well. You see the tool. You see all the information on Unibot right here. Over $7.5 million of volume from just the bot alone. So that's freaking insane, dude. Bot volume 5 million. Let's see. This is average. So average 7 days, about $5 million in volume. Bot users about only 2,000. So only about 2,000 daily users are trading on bots on Unibot, and average daily trades are about 46,000. So like these numbers are nothing. Like imagine once this thing goes up to like 5, 10, 20,000 users, like $5 million in volume might sound a lot, but it's really not. $7 million is not a lot on DeFi. Like DeFi numbers, we're talking about like when it's a lot, we're talking about like 300 million, 100 million plus. I think 20 million, 100 million, that's like, now I would say 100 million plus is when you're like, okay, dude, like volume's definitely picking up. But $7 million in volume is not that much. So imagine what it will look like when, like, you know, these bots are bringing in $20 million in volume and all that. It says right here, lifetime volume has been 595 million. So it's getting there. This thing still has enough room to grow, in my opinion, and that's why I think Unibot's going to be worth over, in my opinion, over $500 in the near future. But with that being said, chat, I hope all of you have a wonderful day today. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you all of you for tuning in for today's live stream. And as always, support the channel by using my links down below, BingX, MEXC, and Bybit. And if you need a VPN, go ahead and support the channel by using NordVPN, 69% off and 3 months extra. I appreciate everybody tuning in today. Smash that like button for me, share. It's completely free, and I'll catch